Yeah, hello everyone. Hope you've been keeping up well and you're okay today. So, today I'll be sharing with you another interesting topic that's letting go. I understand some persons have really had a rough past, and not just a rough past. Some persons have actually made some mistakes that they really regret as they are tending to experience the consequences even at the moment. So it's kind of very hard for them. It's kind of very hard for them because it's more like I put myself into this condition, or maybe some other person put me into this condition, and all of that. And they are living their current life on the burden of the previous. And this is what we're going to be discussing today. So, if you're new to this channel, here we talk about relationship dating, relationship, that's romantic relationship, heterosexual, be it dating, marriage, and anything romantic relationship, as long as it has to do with romantic relationship. And we tend to use here the guidance of the scriptures as a Christian perspective of all of that, yeah, in a godly way, right? So it's a place where you're welcome to send in your questions, your contributions, your thoughts, and whatever it is, and it's highly welcomed here, right? So today I'm going to be sharing an interesting topic that's about let it go, and I hope you watch till the end because that's you'll benefit more if you're able to stick till the end of the video. Yeah, if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say very big thank you to you. Thank you for giving me that listening ear. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for coming back, and I hope you'll be blessed by it because for me that's the goal, right? I hope you're being blessed by it. Please, any video you find interesting, do always give it a like. Give it a like and do drop a comment because it helps me know those who are really benefiting personally, who are benefiting from this video, and that's very, very important to me. Make that as a sort of encouragement, right? Because it takes time to come in here and make videos and all of that. And all I'm asking is for you to give it a like and drop a comment because it encourages me as long as it blesses you. Do let me know, right? Using your likes and your comments. So without wasting your time, let's get into it. Just like I shared that some persons, I made down some little tips. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it out. Yeah, just like I shared, some persons have really had a rough past, and some persons are really, maybe they are experiencing some consequences that's as a result of their previous actions, or maybe some other person's previous actions, and they are experiencing it at the moment, especially when it has to do with relationship. So a period of letting go is not something that is easy. It's not something that is easy. Let me say, for instance, if you were a young lady and you get to notice that you were quite rude, disrespectful. There's one video I once watched sometimes. I watched some time ago. So it's a video of it's quite an advanced woman, an advanced, very, very advanced woman. So she was trying to share that is her past in her own area. It was more like in her own story. It was more about she making a lot of that, being disrespectful to guys and turning a lot of guys down and some stuff like that. And this, in a way, tends to put off potential suitors that she would have gotten married to. And in her own instance, it happened to be that the people directly she was being rude to indirectly, or some were connected to a very good suitor that was really interested in her as well as she'd been very much interested. So it was more like a perfect match, and everything was going on well until that when it had to be when it got to a stage where they had to move the relationship forward. You know, you have to know this. Both families is not just about both of you anymore. That's when you are dating and talking. At some point, when you're not trying to move it further to the marital stage, you know, it's not just going to be both of you. So, sorry. So it has to be your families now have to be involved. So it happens to be like involving their families, and boom, the person she really treated badly back then in her play, if that is she met with some time ago, not really in a romantic relationship, or maybe in her workplace, and in her workplace, and she reacted, she was really really harsh and disrespectful to, happened to be this person's relation. So that was how the relationship ended. Because, of course, if you're in that kind of condition, you tend to advise your brother. I hope you know who you're getting into relationship with, because this is an experience I've got. And you know, most of the times they end up terminating such relationship that would have come out of it. So I really don't know where anyone who is listening to me, you might be someone that is in that position. Maybe it might not really be exactly that same story, but it might be in a situation where maybe we're so disrespectful to guys, that's directly to the people, or you turn down potential great suitors that God sends your way because you were a bit being somewhat careless, or maybe so confident that they'll keep coming. And just like the story I shared, she got to get older, noticing that she was still single when usually she shouldn't have, if her character and the way she reacted towards people has been okay. So I don't know, even though, yes, I know that everybody has his or her own timing and his or her own, the time God expects everyone. So there shouldn't be any pressure. But even while that period, it's very important that you don't mess it up, right? Because even if you mess it up, you can prevent God's will from coming to pass. Because this is your life, you have the will, because God gave you that will to either permit His plan in your life or destroy the plan in your life. So even while you're waiting, you have to wait in a godly way, wait in a decent way, and wait in a respectful way. But back to the video we're discussing today, we're talking about how to let go. So you might be in that position and you're feeling like, maybe I shouldn't have been where I am today if not for this guy, if not for this woman, or if not for my actions or whatever. I shouldn't have been here. But there's something that you were burdened about, that's really troubling you, and then is weighing you down at the present, and especially when it has to relationship. This subject, this discussion can benefit you, even though it has nothing to do with your romantic relationship. Maybe it can be in your general life, but specifically for relationship. So if it is something that you know is weighing you down, I want to encourage you to let go. I want to encourage you to let go. I want to encourage you to let go. Some of those things that can possibly weigh you down can be things like your past disappointments, your past disappointment. Disappointment can come in different shades, right? So disappointment usually come when you were expecting some certain things and it came in a completely different direction. And disappointment can be very hurting, especially when it has to affect you negatively as a person. So disappointment can be one of those things. Your past pains and disappointment, this is one of the things you need to drop behind. The next thing you need to drop behind is you have to let go of your past mistakes, let go of your past flaws, or whatever it is. Just like the example I gave of the woman. So that was a mistake on her end. That was a flaw. That was a character issue. And this is how, of course, before she came out to share that testimony, she's different now. She's learned from it, right? She's learned from it. So it's something that now this is today. Yesterday is yesterday. So you have to let go of your past flaws, your past mistakes. The main thing is decide today to work towards becoming that better you. Decide today to work towards amending anything that you know is within your own control, such as your character, such as something you didn't do well in the past, or maybe your mistakes, and evolve and keep developing yourself. Whatever that is under your control, try as much as possible to keep working on it. Don't let the past keep you in the past, but rather let the past push you to becoming that future you desire to be. I hope this is making sense to you, right? Yeah, this is okay. You had the past of disrespect. And this is you today. Let that past of disrespect make you to now know that, okay, I need to be respectful. And these are the areas I know I have been disrespectful in the past. I need to be respectful, sorry. These are the areas I know I've been disrespectful in the past. And today I have to take a new leave and you make amends, right? So, or past in my past, I wasn't godly. I wasn't living a Christian life. I was a young person, but I was using it carelessly, giving my body to anyone and not really living the life that God expects me to live. I tend to neglect the place of Christ. And this is where it has landed me to right now. I know I should be better off. So you're thinking this and it's going through your mind. It's not something you keep wallowing. Oh, I'm no good. Oh, my is over. Or oh, whatever the enemy tries to whisper to you. But it's something you now say, okay, how do I make a new leaf? How do I make correct this part of me and all of that? And how do I take this previous lemon and turn it to a lemonade? Make it the better part of me that's in the future. You have to discover this aspect of you and make sure that your past is moving you forward to becoming your better self. And if at any point you feel like you need a guide, I'm always here. Remember, I'm a trained counselor, and this is what I do. I guide people to find positive way of living their life. That's to discover within themselves what are the positive way. How do they manage certain challenges that weighing them down positively to live a healthy mental, a healthy life and achieve that sense they want, that self they hope to achieve in the future. Yeah, and a mental state, a healthy mental state. So I help people attain the state. So if at any point you feel like you need a guidance, you need a counselor, you always know where to find me. Every day you can book in an appointment by filling in chat form that's on my website, and everything is down in the description box below, right? So, but by all means, if you can find that out on your own, that's still okay. So, but by all means, make sure that you let go of your past mistakes. Don't let them weigh you down, but rather move you forward. And the next one is let go of your past failures. This is kind of similar to the previous one, but they are a bit different because in the past mistake aspect, you didn't know what to do. Like you were walking in a negative direction. Like you were just not caring. You were just not doing well. Let me say, for example, you were just being disrespectful to guys, turning down guys down, and maybe lying in your relationships, and you know this is not godly. So now, but when you talk about failure, failure is more like you wanting to achieve something, but unfortunately it turned out not to be positive. That's it ended up not going well. Let me say, if you're a student, you're studying in school, let me use that example. A student, you're studying in school, you studied, but for some reason the course came out and you failed the course. That's failure. You didn't intentionally want to fail. You to your best, the best of your knowledge, you studied the course and all of that, but it happened to be that you failed the course. So that one is classified as failure, right? Or something like that. So let go of your past failures. Whatever is that failure in your relationship or whatever it is in your past relationship life or in your life in general, lay them down and rather learn from it and let it all engineer you to the direction you want to be, to the person today you want to become. That's in the future. So I hope this video, I think that's all for today. I hope the video really blessed you. Remember, I always make videos every Tuesdays by 5 p.m. and every Thursdays. So you can always come in, tune in and all of that. I'm also thinking if I can bring in some little varieties. So maybe it won't just be about the talk. I know the talk is important just to spice some things up. But whatever happens, you will see it. So if this video interested you in some way, in any way, please remember to give it a like and do share to your platform and your network. You never know who it could bless, right? And drop me a comment to help me know that you're benefiting from it. That's an encouragement for me, for my time and everything, right? So I'll be seeing you on Thursday. Please remain safe. Take care.